Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, beloved friends, and welcome to the Circle of Prayer, where we celebrate, cultivate, and share serenity coming from on high and being cultivated from within. Do we have a model to guide us? Yes, we do, Master Jesus. And with the coming of the promised consoler, Master Jesus' teachings have become all the more tangible to us because everything that used to be a mystery became crystal clear. Thanks to the mediumistic efforts of the mediums from Kardec's time, thanks to Kardec's discipline and effort, thanks to Chico Xavier, Divaldo Franco, and many others. What a blessing for us to have so many treasures in our hands. And as we come to the close of 2022 and the beginning of 2023, many of us may be thinking about New Year resolutions. So tonight we will go to Andre Luiz for inspiration in the latest issue of the Spiritist Magazine. Andre Luiz, in a message entitled Decalogue of Good Cheer, gives us very clear recommendations as to how to cultivate happiness, reminding us that our own state of mind is independent of external circumstances or of what others may choose to do. It is solely dependent upon ourselves and our own choices and free will. So, what kind of resolutions may we embrace this year? Shall we embrace resolutions that shall stay with us for immortality as we progress? Thanks to Master Jesus and Spiritism, we can choose to embrace immortal resolutions. And tonight we have Andre Luiz to thank for the inspiration that we shall receive. Are we then ready to read the message together? We will read Andre Luiz's recommendations together, then bring a couple of highlights, propose a therapeutic exercise, and end these moments with a prayer of gratitude for the much that all of us in the circle of prayer have received, not only in 2022, but throughout our lifetime. So many blessings, it is hard to keep count. Let us then begin being inspired by Andre Luiz. In the message Decalogue of Good Cheer, Andre Luiz goes straight to the point. Understanding our human nature, he makes very clear-cut recommendations as to how we can cultivate happiness as an inside job. He then starts number 1, difficulties. Do not waste time with lamentations. Work. Number 2, criticism. Never be upset by them. Make the most of those criticisms as they are useful. Incomprehension. Do not try to make them greater through your demands and laments. Make your own way easy. Number 4, intrigues. Do not give them shelter. Shed light through your own charitable behavior. Number 5, persecutions. Never pay them back. Forgive and forget them. Number 6, slander. Never become furious when evil assaults you. Always serve. Number 7, sadness. Keep away from any disposition towards depression. Pray embracing your own duties. Disillusions. Why blame others for your own mistakes? Go forward, giving to the world and to life the best of you. Illness. Avoid irritation and despair. Think of the benefits that the temporary body suffering brings to the eternal soul. Number 10, last one. Failure. Do not believe in defeats. Remember that by the blessing of God, you are now at the best time today wherein you can smile and start again to renew yourself by means of the many resources you have at hand. Wow, Andre Luiz has given us many resolutions to choose from that shall empower us to progress for immortality. Essentially, he tells us forget lamentations. How so? Through being useful. He also says for us to forget about criticisms and intrigues through charitable behavior. He asks us to forgive and forget. He also asks us to embrace our own duties and to give life the best of us. So we have several recommendations, but if we could summarize them, we go back to Master Jesus. Love one another. How so? By renewing ourselves, but not externally, by wearing new clothes of a certain color when midnight hits on December 31st, 2022. No, it is renewing our sentiments, our inner disposition. How are we doing in terms of recycling our own emotions? Are we able to let go of the emotions that no longer serve us? Can we ask in this new year that is about to begin for Master Jesus' support in helping us to cleanse the temple of our hearts? How shall we cleanse the temple of our hearts? Through being useful and charitable. In other words, doing the good. So let us, dear friends, embrace this resolution together that we shall be charitable, starting with our feelings, wishing others the very same that we would like to receive, then with our thoughts, seeking to think of the best in everyone around us, including ourselves, then by taking action, visualizing everyone around us, including ourselves, already optimizing their divine talents. And lastly, by actually engaging in doing the good for others. So let us embrace this resolution together because Master Jesus has already told us that this is the pathway. It is by giving the best of ourselves to others, that we shall receive the best as well. Others, beloved friends, are our pathway to reach God. What a beautiful proposal through the law of society and through the law of love and justice and charity. How beautiful! God is so perfect that He has created us to progress in collaboration. Let us then spread the good, starting from within, by visualizing the good in ourselves and in others, by feeling the good, by thinking of the good, and by spreading the good through our actions. As we gather together to begin the new year, instead of slander, let us put in a good word. Let us compliment one another in a heartfelt manner. Instead of thinking of the things that apparently didn't go as we expected in 2022, let us think of the lessons that we have learned and the blessings that they represent for our eternal spirit. Instead of complaining about the assets or opportunities that were not given to us, let us seek to see the opportunities that were actually granted to us. Instead of thinking that God may have forgotten us, let us actively become aware of God's presence in our lives, together with God, Master Jesus, our guardian angels, and one another. We can most definitely find the good and become vessels of the good as well. Because wherever there are one or more individuals, brothers and sisters of ours, seeking to find the good and spread the good, Master Jesus shall there be to help us multiply the divine in all of us. So, trusting God, the Master, and the guardian angels who have helped us all to reincarnate, to progress, let us trust that this new year will be a year of great spiritual progress for all of us. Let us all make choices that lead us there. Let us then pray in good cheer and gratitude to God for the new year and the new us as we constantly renew ourselves. Shall we, dear friends? Yes. Let us then close our eyes and open our hearts, visualizing Master Jesus as the Prince of Peace and the most beautiful representative of God's laws on earth. We visualize Master Jesus extending his hands towards each and every one of us and giving us a kind, warm, compassionate embrace. As each of us receive his embrace, we also receive a transfusion of molecules of divine love coming from his heart to our very own, as we become even more strongly and kindly connected to the Master. We now visualize our homes, our families in both realms, our circle of friends and colleagues, all being illuminated by the same current of divine love and hope. With the presence of Master Jesus in our hearts, we are able to see and feel the good in everyone around us, including in ourselves. And as we become even more supported by the light and the presence of the divine Messiah. We now visualize all of our brothers and sisters who are experiencing homelessness temporarily, finding shelter in His loving heart. We also visualize those brothers and sisters of ours in despair, in psychiatric institutions or prisons of any sort, finding consolation in Master Jesus' presence and gaze of infinite compassion, trusting that the doctor of all doctors shall give all of our brothers and sisters in suffering the remedy of compassion and healing love. We also pray for all families on the earth, all mothers, fathers, reincarnating spirits, discarnating spirits, the elderly, expectant mothers and fathers, to be enveloped in God's fountain and shower of infinite love, feeling their divine heritage in the bottom of their hearts. Every family on the earth is able to feel revitalized and strengthened to fulfill divine will. We also pray for all leaders on the earth to be inspired by Master Jesus' proposal of unity and peace amongst humankind. And we pray most of all that all of us in the circle of prayer may have the courage and the goodwill to continue to transform ourselves so as to align our lives and our choices to the purposes for which we have reincarnated. Thankful to God for His love, to Master Jesus for His loving presence, for the mentors who always inspire us, and for Spiritism that sustains us in the divine light. We now ask for permission to end this prayerful moments with our hearts filled with joy and gratitude. And so be it. Thank you, dear friends. What a beautiful blessing to feel that we are all children of God, destined to allow our light to shine. We wish everyone here in the circle of prayer, whether live or on demand, many, many blessings and beautiful resolutions that shall lead each and every one of us to eternal progress. We wish everyone all the best, and we also invite you to stay tuned right here on Kardec Radio, where we know it, of course, we are always nourishing our souls. Bye for now, dear friends.